Welcome back, everyone, to the Cranky Live channel, the show where we keep it real, raw, authentic, and reggae boys centric. Before we jump into today's topic, please take a minute out to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Today, we're diving into a hot topic that stirred emotion all over the island of Jamaica and in the diaspora. The Mason Greenwood saga. And yes, someone sent me the recent video by Maverick on Mason Greenwood. Some strong points were made. A few I agree with, others I find detestable. But that's Maverick, always creating drama. So let's break it down. Did Jamaica make a mistake by chasing Mason Greenwood? Should we still hold out hope? Or is it time to just plain move on? Let's get into this point by point and set the record straight. List the Maverick video, and then I'll respond.
Guess what? I want to take a little break from the politics, just for a minute or two, and talk about something of actual national importance. The World Cup qualification for the Reggae Boys for 2026. All right, so the first window in the final round of games coming up in a matter of days. In fact, we go to Bermuda this coming Friday, and then we play Trinidad in the stadium the next Tuesday. So that's the only thing there, you know. Not this Tuesday, you know. After the election, the Friday, we got Bermuda, and then we come back to Jamaica for the following Tuesday to play Trinidad. 2 of the final 6 games in the final round of World Cup qualifiers. But I know that Mason Greenwood, the British-born player, where JFF are run down, like how we used to run down girl when we were a teenager. See, Mason Greenwood, they invited Mason Greenwood to come and play for Jamaica. Remember, say, him getting passport now, you know, so I'm fully eligible to play for Jamaica now, you know. Them invite Mason Greenwood to come play for Jamaica in these 2 games. To start the final 6 games, you know, people, to qualify for the World Cup, you know. And Mason Greenwood reject and turn down Jamaica. How long now me are telling you, say, we will stop run behind them little baller here? Eh? How long me are telling you, say, if we have to run down a baller when I look for it, to beat Bermuda, Trinidad, and Curacao to qualify for the World Cup, we don't deserve to qualify for Ghana World Cup. From this whole thing about Mason Greenwood starting up, me never see Mason Greenwood put up a tweet yet, you know. Me never see Mason Greenwood put up a Jamaica flag yet, you know. Me never see any indication whatsoever. Say this youth I want to come play for Jamaica. For those who don't know the history of this Mason Greenwood thing with Jamaica, you know. Mason Greenwood is a young baller from Manchester United, where in the beat up his girlfriend. Because of that, now there was a big sentiment against him in the UK and Manchester United. I forget to them and send him go over. Or when they are playing now, must say France him they are playing now. England not calling back from that either, because I want England most promising young player them, you know, people. But of course, now him have a Jamaican lineage. So Jamaica try them best to exploit the situation to get him come play for Jamaica. So all these about 2 years now, Jamaica talk about forget Mason Greenwood to come play for Jamaica. And him not show no inclination to play for Jamaica. Every minute we see some fake news come out, say Greenwood ready now, Greenwood ready now. Couple weeks ago, the JFF president himself come out now, come confirm, say finally, Mason Greenwood collect him Jamaican passport and ready to play for Jamaica. All along me are telling us, say, me no in no excitement and no anticipation. They even want to talk about the baller. See they now? 6 games to play to qualify for the World Cup. Them invite Mason Greenwood to come play first 2 of the 6 and the man turn them down. So we not coming complain away. Una no shame. Jamaica no shame. A long time me tell them below them baller there. From we get this final round draw. And we get Curacao, Trinidad and Bermuda to play. Me say Papa Jesus. Then if you run behind some baller, how people do them something? Me don't understand how people run behind people like that when I look on them, you know. Me don't know, me check so we have pride and we arrogant and we bossy and we are bossy slave around Jamaica. We are run behind this little matter footballer. Forget him come play for Jamaica. Him don't want to play for Jamaica. And we are run behind him. And one time when I talk about him on the channel, you know. I said, me don't want you not about Mason Greenwood, you know. When him come here, I'm come here. See, some man rush me, some man run up on some other platform, Russian attack. Who want bag of nonsense? The ball I don't want to play for Jamaica and hug up that. Who don't go like say? Who don't go like say? If Mason Greenwood don't come play for Jamaica, Jamaica football I must stop. Who must stop? That's something here. This is part of the mentality and the problem why Jamaican football in a stagnation. Because somehow from the day Rennie Simoes and Captain Burrell carried Dean Burton, Paul Hall, Robbie Earl, Fitzroy Simpson come play for Jamaica, that was the day we gone down in a rat hole here. Where somewhere in some people's mind, we feel that a solution to our football problems is to go get as much Englishman to come play for Jamaica as we can. It has not worked since. And now that Mason Greenwood spitting on the face, me hope you don't have a little dignity and a little pride left. For no say, you try focus on who want play. This coming like a man run down a woman and the woman want him, you know. Archie spit pan him and piss pan him. Him still a run out down like him an idiot, you know. We're not shame, man. Long time you tell us if you lower for the little ball here. Every time it come up on the radio, so someone bring up in him. I say, I don't know nothing about the ball here, you know. Anytime come play for Jamaica, we talk about him. Him not coming. And again, people, I'm going back to my core argument. If we think we have to get Mason Greenwood to be Curacao, Bermuda, and Trinidad to qualify for the World Cup, that is the easiest passage in the history of FIFA World Cup qualifications. If we feel we have to run down a baller, we don't even look for it, when we're not interested to play for it, if we have to run behind the baller and shamelessly take embarrassment after embarrassment and rejection after rejection, if we feel we have to do that, we don't deserve to go to the World Cup. If we can pick some players from who want to play for Jamaica to complete this World Cup journey, we do not deserve to go. And we have to just hug up that. Whether we believe it or not. We see even in the group of players when they pick. Because we have some injuries, you know. Leon Bailey out. And of course the goalkeeper and captain Andre Blake out. So some of the key players missing. But even then, people, we see some new man coming to me, I don't know them. So if we have to chop and change, and I go for some baller where we don't even know how they're going to fit in playing for Jamaica, what kind of commitment, what kind of passion them have to come play for Jamaica. If we have to go experiment with all of them something there, when we are playing to qualify for the World Cup, if we don't deserve to go, we are a set of incompetent nincompoops incapable of planning something as simple as this. Look on the World Cup draw where we get. Look on the draw where we get. Look on the 3 countries where we get to play. There are some countries rank 100 and enough and 100 and 100 and you know. We rank in the top 70 of the world. All we need to do is to get with squad together and organize with team, make we team can play some organized football. And we go beat up them little side and qualify for the World Cup. When man like Greenwood and the man in our start run come now. To come run the World Cup we play. Tell them come back you know when we qualify now you know. I want to go World Cup we play now. When they come now, then we spit in them face and run them way. But like we are run down people like we're not ashamed. When Jamaica swag and boasting instead when we need it. Yes, I tell you man how long me I tell you say the ball are not interested to play for Jamaica? And I know him alone. Some of the ball of them will come here. Either them no good. They're not much better than who we have at our disposal. Bala Ubania. So, Bala Ubania, you know, if you come here, come acclimatize and get used to the system, you know. Them Bania, so them know ya. Yeah? Bro, God might say, even though them Bania, them are not Jamaican, but them. Hey, people, the thing piss me off, man. Piss me off. Long time me I tell you, no. I'm here one, you know. I'm here pint it out, you know. See the man spitting on the face one more time, you know. Oh no, got that. For a long time in Africa, tell you no. If we need Mason Greenwood to qualify for this World Cup, yeah, based on the draw when we get. If we can't qualify without him, we don't deserve to go away. We don't talk about it.
So, first point, Greenwood's commitment. Was Maverick right to be skeptical about Greenwood's commitment? Facts. He's never publicly stated that he wanted to play for Jamaica. Maverick is right on that point. He got his Jamaican citizenship and passport, but he hasn't filed a FIFA switch. And as the coach indicated in his press conference, he did not accept the call up to the Reggae Boys. So the silence matters. And I would agree with Maverick on this. If Greenwood wants to represent the Reggae Boys, he has had every opportunity to make that clear. Instead, we're still guessing, still waiting, and some are still hoping. And Maverick is right to call this out. Because at some point, the silence becomes the answer. However, I would say that I was informed by a very reliable source that Mason wanted to play for Jamaica and that him and his representative pursued his documentation to obtain his citizenship. However, the follow-up question is, why go through this process if he had no interest in changing allegiance and playing for the team? Did something change? Has he gotten a positive wink from the English FA that with time, things may change in England and that he may be in line for future call-up? Or just he and the representative just want to wait and see? The silence from his camp is deafening and frankly, in my view, disturbing, given the national interest and the hope by many at home and abroad of him playing for the country. However, here is where I disagree with Maverick. The question is, does Jamaica need Greenwood? Not just want Greenwood, need Greenwood. Do we need Greenwood to qualify for this upcoming World Cup? That may appear to be a fair question on the surface, but let's check reality. In a number of our performances over the last year, we have struggled against BVI, ranked 208 or somewhere about that in the world. We struggled against Dominica under Hogrimson previously, as we go through the process, ranked 182. And in the Nations League qualifier, we struggled with St. Vincent and the Grenadines, ranked 173. In fact, when we played them at their place, we barely eked out a draw against a team ranked 173rd. And if you can recall more recently, at the last Gold Cup, Jamaica got outplayed significantly by both Guatemala and Panama, lost those games, and barely beat a Guadeloupe, who I don't believe is better than Curacao, is in our zone, or better than Trinidad. That is not the record of a team that can dismiss pursuing a world-class talent like Greenwood. The truth, Jamaica absolutely need Greenwood and should have pursued him. He's a generational forward. Last year, he was the co-top goal scorer with Dembele from PSG in the French league with 21 goals in League One. And he's the kind of player who can change losses into wins. Also, our current crop of forwards are either injured, out of form, not at the right level, or just don't produce when playing for the national team. Pretending we are strong enough without that quality ignores reality. And here's what's interesting. Greenwood is not a center forward. He's a winger. He has been complimented. He's been lauded by no other than Alex Ferguson. When he was asked a question by Gary Neville way back when about young forwards coming through, people who could be world class, he noted Greenwood. And Greenwood was previously played one game for England as a teenager, is only 23 years old. If Jamaica had gotten him, he could play for Jamaica for the next 10 years. And as a winger, who's a prolific goal scorer, is a need versus a want. Was it wrong to pursue Greenwood? Maverick make it sound like the JFF wasted their time. Totally wrong. Modern football is about recruiting. Go ask Morocco, who have a really strategic recruiting strategy that they've utilized to source players from Europe, including players like Ziyech, and which got them to the semifinals of the last World Cup. Ghana got Tariq Lamptey. Nigeria got Iwobi and Lookman. The USA got Sergio Dest, and is always looking for recruits, and they've been doing it for years. Even Mexico fight with the US to source players of Mexican descent were born in the US. And they have a strong league which generate revenues close to $1 billion. And as we know, are very parochial in terms of the players that they have at home. But even they realize that exceptional talent should be pursued and brought to their team. And last but not least, look at Curacao. Curacao. Many talented players, especially from Holland, are in their national team. The war for talent in any discipline is real, especially in sports. And it's my view that Greenwood would have been the only world-class footballer to ever play for Jamaica. As such, it would have been foolhardy to not pursue him. You don't ignore a player of such level just because it's a long shot. I'll give you one last point about recruiting. You come to the US, kids who are in high school in 8th grade are pursued by colleges. Kids of exceptional talent are given ridiculous resources for schools to bring them in because the potential is not only you winning, but the potential revenue windfall you can gain from winning, playing in better countries, generating revenues, creating interest. It's a no-brainer. Talent is what people pursue. And exceptional talent get extraordinary benefit, and are pursued vigorously, vehemently by any parties in any discipline. Last point, not to go off on a tangent, you look at in AI. Meta paid some AI youngster under 30 $100 million to join them. Exceptional talent are treated differently, whether we like it or not, and Greenwood is one in football. What's the bigger picture? Curacao and beyond. Here's what Maverick failed to see, as he normally does. While we debate Greenwood, Curacao, one of the 4 teams that is in our zone for the World Cup qualification group, is building a program under Dick Advocaat, who's a renowned coach from Holland with European pedigree. They're recruiting heavily, and they're serious about winning the zone and getting to the World Cup. Meanwhile, Jamaica is struggling with consistency, politics, and depth. If we don't strengthen like teams like Curacao, they'll pass us by. So when we have individuals like Maverick who seem to struggle to see the big picture, it's hard to, and has a big following and a radio and TV program, it's very concerning. Maverick also continues to show his xenophobic tendencies by criticizing the whole strategy of pursuing overseas-born players, saying it's been flawed and hasn't worked since the 1998 qualification. But let's get real, people. The 1998 squad made history because it blended overseas-born players with local talent. And since then, while we haven't qualified again, it's not because the strategy has failed. It's because of poor management, inconsistent and poor coaching, lack of resources, and as we know, major federation issues. Overseas-born players have contributed massively, from the Marlon King to the Michael Antonio, from the Demari Gray to the Ethan Pinnocks. The problem isn't the talent pool. The problem is the system they're dropped into. The problem is the lack of a strategic recruiting strategy. The problem is a lack of know-how. The problem is a lack of focus. The problem is basically incompetence. So dismissing the overseas strategy as a failure ignores the bigger truth. Without it, Jamaica may not even be competitive or even be in a position to even think about qualifying for the World Cup. Those are facts. So here's the balance. Maverick is right. Greenwood hasn't committed. We can't wait forever. But he's wrong to say Jamaica didn't need him. We did, and we were right to try. Celebrate the effort. The JFF and those who support the JFF and who are assisting them in pursuing Greenwood, they're right. Accept the reality. Greenwood hasn't switched and isn't going to play for us now, or maybe no time soon, or maybe ever. We should now focus on who is here. We have some quality players. Tough window with injuries, people out of form, people who don't have clubs, or people who haven't played a lot of football. But we have the Antonios, we have the Grays, we have the Pinnocks, we have the Lows, we have the Russells. They should be our focus. with no switch, no statement, no call-up answered. Celebrate the effort. Celebrate what the JFF has done. It's not only about Greenwood, it's about the collective. What do you think? Should Jamaica still hold off for Greenwood? Or is this chapter closed? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.